Ever since I was a kid, I wished that I had a wearable Darth Vader helmet. I know I'm a couple years late to the party on this one, but I only recently learned of the existence of the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series line of collectibles, and when I saw I could own a 1-to-1 replica of Lord Vader's helmet for a mere $100, I couldn't get out my credit card fast enough. Just real quick, I'm giving away one of these helmets, so if you would like a chance to win a Black Series Darth Vader helmet, stick around until the end of the video and see how you can enter to win one. Upon opening the box, you can see Hasbro has done a pretty good job of packaging this thing. There was some packaging tape I had to take care of on both sides here and remove these cardboard spacer pieces, at which point I was then able to flip this flap out of the way, exposing the helmet itself. At this point, you can grab this inner portion of the packaging and lift the helmet out of the box. The outer shell of the helmet is in its own plastic bag, and as you lift it off, here's where we get our first look at the face mask portion of the helmet, and man, does it look sweet! Once you get this plastic bag out of the way, you can see there's so much detail to this thing. It's got all the little details you see on Vader's mask at the end of Return of the Jedi, and it's just awesome. This is the exact kind of thing I wished I had when I was a kid. It just blows me away they went to the trouble of recreating Vader's mask like this. When the helmet is fully assembled, you don't even see all this stuff. And this is only the outer portion of the mask. The mask actually separates into two pieces. There's the upper portion of the mask and the lower portion, which I call the collar. They're held together with these magnets here, which actually create a very secure connection. It requires more force than you'd think to pull them apart. The collar is actually two pieces, and you separate it by unhooking these little snaps here. Now, this is where I feel the Black Series helmet really shines, is on the level of detail on not only the exterior, but the interior as well. The back part of the collar has all this really cool detail work, which we first catch a glimpse of in The Empire Strikes Back. The top and bottom portions here are a rubber material of some kind, and the rest is molded black plastic. The gold and silver bits are just painted on, but even so, look pretty cool. The inside of the collar has the same texturing used on the outside, which I feel makes it much more visually interesting. The front portion of the collar, or lower jaw of the mask, we don't see in the original trilogy until the end of Return of the Jedi, when Anakin wants to look on his son with his own eyes. The detail work here, I think, is really cool. Most of it is just painted molded plastic, but the addition of these little rubbery wires and microphone things are awesome little details that are undeniably cool. If Hasbro had done this for all the little wires in here, like these red, black, and gold ones, that would have taken this to 11 in my book. Now looking at the upper portion of the mask, the sculpt on this thing is just awesome. I love everything about it. The front vent here, the nose, the cheeks, the eyes, it all looks so good. Just like on the collar, there's a ton of detail to see here. It's all just molded and painted plastic, but everything here is what you see on Vader's mask at the end of Jedi, which makes the 12-year-old kid in me so stoked to be holding it in my hands right now. On the top of the mask, they did have to alter things ever so slightly to place the magnets which hold the shell in place, but Hasbro did an awesome job integrating them into the design. They blend in really well and even add to the overall aesthetic. This detail work doesn't stop here though. Just like on the collar, the inside of the mask is full of details too. Again, it's just molded plastic, and other than a few bits being painted a gunmetal gray. There's no other painting going on in here. The texture they used in here looks really cool, though. It almost gives it a carbon fiber look, which I've always loved the look of. I would, of course, love to see the wires and stuff in here be actual wires or tubing of some kind, but considering this helmet's price point, the fact they did any kind of detailing on the inside like this is pretty dope. On the top, there's some foam padding, which does a great job of making the helmet comfortable to wear. And around the lenses here, there is a frame made of a softer rubber material, which rests on your forehead, the bridge of your nose, and your cheekbones, making it not only look cool on the inside here, but also making the mask comfortable to wear. The straps here are adjustable and help keep the helmet from tipping back and forth while you're wearing it. The final piece of the helmet is what I call the shell. There's no detail work here like on the other pieces, but it's exactly what it needs to be and looks freaking awesome. On the inside are the 4 magnets that secure it to the mask. The last things in the box is all the documentation, including the safety warning, Hasbro's customer service information, the instructions for the helmet, and this plastic piece here, which is a stand for displaying the helmet. It props up the back of the helmet like this, so that it's not resting on the shell, which would cause it to rock back and forth a bit. This is an electronic helmet, which mostly means it makes some sound effects. The speaker for it is housed in the chin vent on the collar here, and taking a look at what would be your right hand side as you wear it is a little button. When the top portion of the mask is attached, this button produces Lord Vader's iconic breathing sound, which made every kid from my generation almost pee their pants when they heard it. Of course, that's not the only sound effects this thing makes. When you separate the mask from the collar, it makes a nice depressurizing sound, just like when Luke removed Vader's mask at the end of Return of the Jedi. While it's in this state, if you press the sound effect button, rather than the normal Vader breathing sound, you get the injured/dying Vader sound effect instead. The final effect in the mask's repertoire is played when you place the 2 pieces of the mask back together again. That's just too cool. The mask uses 2 AAA batteries, and the battery compartment is located on the collar right here. You just need to remove this one small screw to remove the battery cover, and the batteries go right in here. Now, you can put the helmet on piece by piece, but I found the easiest way to put it on by yourself is to attach the mask and the collar together, leaving one side of the collar unsnapped. You can then put it on your head and secure the snaps on the collar, which is oftentimes easier said than done. And finally, you put the shell on, allowing the magnets to secure it in place, and boom!
Your transformation is complete.
Overall, the helmet is pretty comfortable to wear. Thanks to the padding at the top, there's no discomfort from the weight of the helmet pressing on the top of my head. It does get a little warm inside as you breathe, though. I haven't worn the thing for any really extended periods of time, but in the short spurts I have worn it, I haven't had any problems really with the lenses fogging. They have kind of started to fog a couple times, but there seems to be just enough airflow. They never really end up fogging up all the way or anything. The lenses do distort things a little bit, but you can actually see out of the mask really well. Your periphery is cut off a little bit, and there's a little cropping above and below, but for the most part, your vision is almost completely unobstructed. I was surprised at how well I could see out of the helmet the first time I put it on. As for the fitment, I don't feel like I have a huge head, but I don't have a small head by any means either, and I feel this thing fits pretty well. My jawbone does make contact with the collar here, which prevents me from opening my mouth very wide, but as you can tell, it doesn't prevent me from talking or anything, and it doesn't hurt or feel uncomfortable, so yeah, that's good. At this point, it's probably obvious that I feel that this helmet is just plain awesome. Sure, it's just molded plastic with many of the details simply painted onto it, which isn't as authentic or intricate as actually having individual wires and things attached to it. But for a mass-produced replica that only costs $100 US, this is a super impressive Vader helmet in my book, and totally worth its $100 price tag. Now, if you would like to win a Black Series Darth Vader helmet just like this one, please leave a comment letting me know how you found my channel, what features of this helmet you like the most, and your favorite Darth Vader moments from the movies.
Apology accepted, Captain Nida.
You'll have 3 days from the time this video goes live to leave your comment, at which time I will choose one lucky person to receive their own Black Series Darth Vader helmet, compliments of the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and that it gave you the detailed look at this helmet you were wanting. If you enjoy what I do here on my channel and would like to help me make more videos like this one, there are those YouTube things that help out a lot, and I also have an Amazon store where you can purchase things I feature in my videos. Amazon does pay me a small commission for anything you buy from my store, and then all of that money goes right back into making more content for the channel. Thanks so much for your support of the channel. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.